Moses is having a dialogue with God and says to God, if you don't show me your face, I'm not going. We're stuck here. God acquiesces to showing Moses his face and then remembers that anybody that sees the face of God is a dead man. So says to Moses, I'll hide you in a cliff and give you a glimpse of my back. So God puts Moses in a cliff, passes, retracts his hand, and Moses sees the back of God. That's what our Bible says. I don't know whether it was big or small. Don't ask me. So I went and I asked God, if you're willing to show Moses your back, why not just show the man your face? God says to me, Raymond, I'm God, I'm sovereign. I can still show him my face and make an exemption and still not kill him. But this is the problem. My face is in front of me, representation of tomorrow. If I show Moses 2020 in 2019 and he sees COVID-19 shutting down every church, at 31st night we'll stay there, we'll never enter the year. So I'll show him 2008 recession. I'll show him 2009 September 11th, and then I will tell Moses that I am the God that brought you out of a recession, of a bad attack, of a disease. If you get into the future and you have another problem, I am the same God that will bring you out. I cannot show you the tomorrow, but I can make a statement to you that the devil has no power in there. Some of us are wondering what tomorrow holds for you. Good news. Whatever it holds, the devil doesn't have control. Whatever it contains, the devil doesn't have control. This is what most of us have made a mistake with. We tend to think the devil has control in tomorrow. If the devil did, he won't bother you today. If the devil had power in your tomorrow, he won't bother you today. He will leave you alone today. Go ahead of you, mess it up, and sit down and wait for you to get there. But since he's bothering you today, it tells you he has no power in tomorrow. So I came to tell the devil and his mother-in-law, you have done your worst, but I hear in my ears a sound of abundance of rain. I hear in my ears increase coming in my way. I hear in my ears somebody's life about to change. Wherever you are, may you encounter increase. Let's finish two more. Number 6 is placed on a wooden cross, spikes driven through his hands and feet. To make one point, your ability to work and prosper is your hands. So as we spike it through a wood, we tie you down, you'll never work and prosper again. Your ability to move is your feet. As we spike it down, you'll never be able to move again. The mistake the devil did is he never went to a science class to understand that friction is possible when a lubricant is applied. So as excruciating as it is, we can slide the hands of the Lord off and push his feet off. I used to wonder what this will do. Then he said to me, Raymond, listen, when I bled the 6th time, I wanted to tell everybody under the sound of your voice that whatever they do after today, I will make sure it flourishes. Wherever the devil said they cannot go, I will make sure they can go and come back. I said to him, God, I hear all. I need proof. And he says to me, we're going to hell for 3 days and we'll come back. Then I said, that is the one place nobody goes and returns. He says, that is my proof to you every impossible territory you can conquer. So the man steps into hell. 3 days, 3 nights, conquers hell and the grave, steps out of the place and exclaims, all power is given unto me. Then I said, okay, I get it. You're God. When I go to hell, how will I come out? He said, the devil made a mistake when I was going. He pierced my feet. I was bleeding. I said, that doesn't help me. He said, when you can't find your way to a place, have the person send you a location. Then you hit on Google Map, and then you begin to follow the location. Take left, take right. What Google Map is saying is that I have laid out the blueprint, the footsteps that take you to the destination. When the Lord was coming out of hell, he was bleeding under his feet. In other words, everywhere he stepped, he left a footprint. Everywhere he stepped, he left me a map to follow. Can I talk to somebody tonight? Every hell the devil left you, God will bring you. Some of us find ourselves locked up in the hell of life. And we wonder, can we really come out? Somebody's financial prison has some major iron bars. Somebody's business prison has some terrible tongue walls, and we ask ourselves, can I come out? Somebody's marital and relationship prison has some tall walls that you cannot scale, and we ask ourselves, can I come out? Tonight I came to declare, I don't need to look anywhere. Just follow the footprints, follow the steps, and I'll get out of every hell and high water. Wherever you find yourself, may my God. Let's round this up. Number 7. They pick him up and hang him on God's altar. Golgotha means God's altar. And when they hang him on God's altar, he wants to die. And I told him, we're trying to make a permanent ritual. It's supposed to be 7 stages. On the 7th count, the rest of your blood should be poured at the altar. So we are fine. We found the altar. But we have only sprinkled your blood 6 times. So if you die before the 7th time, everything you have done is not atonement. It doesn't merit the same result. He says, Raymond, I understand. Be patient. So I see a soldier take a javelin and pierce his side. And the Bible tells us something interesting. 2 things ooze out. Number 1 is blood. Number 2 is water. Now water signifies life. Blood signifies life, because the life of an animal is in the blood according to Leviticus, and water is life. We know that. So how is 2 forms of life coming out of Jesus? I said, I'll get to the blood, but I want to understand the water. Then I heard in the book of Genesis, and then God said to Eve that your seed will bruise the head of the serpent. And then I heard that when God has said it is not good for man to be all one, he put man to sleep and split man into 2 and made a woman out of the other half. And so I am looking for another mother out of the second Adam, and since the procedure of God is putting Adam to sleep and opening his side, our second Adam is hanging on the cross, and the second mother is oozed out of his side. Let's leave that alone for a minute. And the blood also oozed out, and the Bible tells us as soon as the blood hits the altar, the earth trembles and shakes. It quakes, and the dead started rising. And I'm beginning to wonder if zombies were walking the face of the earth, until I realized that on the 7th sprinkling of the blood, every good thing the enemy buried out of my life in this weekend, God will give it life again. And then the Bible says that the quake continued unto Solomon's temple and split the temple into two. I'm a bit of a student of that temple. I know it is built and established on strength because Solomon built and put two pillars, calls one Jachin, calls the other Boaz. Boaz means in strength, Jachin means to be established. Solomon says, I have built a house and it is established in strength. Nothing can tear it down. But when the blood touches the ground, it doesn't spare the temple. It tears it down, exposes the holies of holies, and everybody could see what they have never seen before. Then I began to understand when atonement is done, everywhere they said I was disqualified, I will begin to gain access. But what is about to excite you tonight is whatever the enemy established in your life and said it can never change, whatever the enemy established in your life and said it can never go, I declare tonight it is coming to an end. My God. Whatever was impossible in your life, after tonight, it becomes unusually easy. What you could not access becomes accessible. Where you could not go becomes easy to go. When all this was said and done, now he gave up the spirit and exclaimed, it is finished. Hear me tonight while we begin to pray. There is a procedure that God will use to make increase a permanent occurrence in your life. There is a procedure God will use to make the blueprint of your success indelible, conspicuous, that no hand of the enemy can erase it. After waiting on God for 21 days, may a blood that speaks better things than the blood of Abel become the blood that fortifies your going and your coming. Wherever you are tonight, I declare, when all is said and done, may God make the activities of your life always geared in the direction of prosperity.